Hello! Welcome back to Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster. Last episode, we went inside a walking tree and defeated a rather annoying sorcerer. Right, yeah. That's what happens when you try to go back into the forest. There, my fate. Out of curiosity... where was it? Oh. The, living forest is no longer even listed here. Interesting. Since we can't get back to it, they just removed it completely. I think the tree gave us the Fang of Wind, I believe. Crystal Sliver, brimming with the power of wind. Now brimming with the power of water. By the way, it is hilarious to me how useless the canoe actually is. We get to use it, literally, to retrieve our airship. That is the only use for the canoe thus far. And honestly, I don't think there's actually that many more uses for it throughout the game. Anyway. We gotta head back to Castle Argus. Do I have encounters turned off? Well, encounters up. Man, I made that entire walk without any fights. Weird. You saved the town! Thank you! And celebratory music again. Thank you! Thanks to you, our citizens have returned safely from Castle Hine. Ow, ow, ow! My husband is back, safe and sound. Thank you so much. It's not actually possible to get behind these people anymore. Good thing I did collect everything that was in this town before. Oh, you're the people who defeated Hine. You're so cool. I am cool. Thank you for noticing. You saved us. We are forever in your debt. The folks who were captured by Hine's men have returned. Thank you for rescuing them. And that guy just talking about the ancients still. And everyone just saying the same things. Lady, stop getting in my way. Alright, so... here's a fight. Oh jeez, I need to rest. I just noticed that Ark's health is only 200. Luckily, yeah, I'm not going to be fighting anyone dangerous anytime soon, so... Alright. So... Hermit. More like jerk-mit. Because they're jerks getting in my way while I'm on my way to the castle. Got him? Anyway. Yep, there are people now. Warriors of Light, thank you for saving the kingdom. Yeah, I hope you guys are cool with the fact that I raided your stuff. You, You got no objections, right? Oh, hello! I'm researching elixirs. You've heard of elixirs, right? The legendary healing draft? Well, you came just at the right time. I finished brewing 2 of them. Here, take them with you. Oh snap, I did not know this was here. I had no idea, I just felt like exploring. Also, I don't have the thief at the front of the party, and yet that's a nice quality of life improvement from, in the Pixel Remaster. Because I think in other versions, your thief needs to be at the front of the party in order for the thief's skills to apply. Yeah, I am, happy about this. Be a long time before I need them, but...
Greetings, brave warriors. You have restored peace to my kingdom. You know not the depth of my appreciation. Please accept this in return. It is the Wheel of Time, a device said to have been constructed by the ancients. It has been in my family for generations. Take it to a man named Sid in Kenon. Oh, you are already acquainted. Then I will spare my explanation. Go to him now, warriors.
Receive the Wheel of Time. So now we got some... So now I guess our characters have some reading material. Because Wheel of Time is a book series. Robert Jordan, I believe, was the writer. I read the first book in the Wheel of Time series. And I enjoyed it well enough, but I never got around to reading more.
Deliver the Wheel of Time to Sid in Kenon, post haste.
Our continent is actually suspended in the air. Some people call it the floating continent.
Some say the Wheel of Time is a perpetual motion machine.
Nice.
In battle, a knight will protect whoever is closest to death.
Indeed. If one of the characters is almost dead and is about to take a hit, there's a chance that Lunith will jump in front.
The fourth sconce on the right opens a hidden passage. Sconce, you say?
Thieves are masters at picking locks. They can unlock doors without needing the key. Just wanted to make sure there'd be no one in there. Good, I can still. For a second, I thought that guy was blocking the whole way. Like, for just a second, I thought that the fountain was blocked off by that dude, but... $22 uses of white level 1 magic for the white mage right now. Nice. It's gonna be a little while yet before the white mage is actually really replaceable. Because back to his white magic, healing magic is just immensely useful. And there's not a lot of classes, not a lot of jobs yet that actually have access to magic. Which is a shame. I wish that Scholar should have access to magic. It's weird that it doesn't. And in like the 3D version, I think the Ranger, I believe, has access to white magic. Just like low-level white magic, but still, it's something. I forget if the Scholar has access to white magic in the 3D version, but whatever. I don't know. It just feels like Scholar should have access to both types of magic. I don't know. It feels like Scholar should have access to white and black magic. Maybe I'm wrong. I suppose they have the alchemy skill. But I don't know. It does mean that outside of a couple specific instances, Scholars are really not a useful class. Truthfully, of the classes that we have right now, Knight is absolutely an essential class, an essential job. You want a Knight in your party. Other than that, White Mage stays useful for a long time. Black Mage stays useful for a long time. Monk stays useful for a long time. The other classes are just kind of meh. The other just kind of meh. It's weird. It's weird that like the starting jobs do end up being really useful for a really long time. It's a long time before you find jobs that really replace them. Eee, 50 more HP. Nice, nice. Yeah, not a bad level. I know, Canon's down. Alright. Nice music here. Nice peaceful music. I like this music. It's nice. Alright. Sid was in here, I believe, right? No. Ah, right up here. You went out of your way to help my husband and me. I can't thank you enough. I mean, you probably could if you really wanted to. I could always use more gil. If only we had the Wheel of Time. An advanced device, also called a perpetual motion engine. That would be useful. The Wheel of Time! With this, I can make you a new airship. Just a second. I'll make the Enterprise into the finest airship of all. Back in a jiffy. That was quick. Finished. When you're on the open ocean, press the confirm button to convert the ship into an airship. You can only make landing on water, so be careful. Sorry, I couldn't remember how to get it to land on solid ground. Sid made the Enterprise into a convertible airship. I used to work at King Argus. With the Wheel of Time, I became famous as an expert airship craftsman. And yet can't remember how to add landing struts to it. And yeah, this is going to be a good party. Alright. So let's get this show out of the water. Airship! Still can't go over mountains, though. Yeah, now we can go back to exploring to our heart's content. And, more importantly, farewell, Dash. So, here's the land as it stands right now. So, not a whole lot more here. Also, shift to the music. Oops, didn't actually need to. I like how the music just gets a lot more somber. Yeah, the world is flooded. So, one thing I will say is that this is where the sight spell or gnomish bread does get useful. Saves you flying, well, this is something we'll be coming back to eventually. Yeah, I like how I like this music. Alright. So yeah, this island, not a lot to do. Yeah, but let's, I'm sure there will be interesting new enemies to fight, so let's get in a fight before we explore that shipwreck there. I assume there's enemies around here. One would think. Wow. Encounters turned on? Wow. Are there no enemies on this island? I would have thought there'd be enemies on this island, but I've been wandering around for quite a while and nothing. Okay then. Into the shipwreck we go. Wrecked ship. This is indeed a wrecked ship. Alright. Very pretty music. Zeus's Wrath. And here's something very, very nice. The Blood Sword. Sword that absorbs the enemy's HP. Very useful for a knight, actually. Because the knight's special skill is take damage, basically. Having something that automatically heals it, really nice.
Most of the world is underwater after that huge earthquake. I was on a boat at the time, luckily enough. I saved that young lady as she was clinging to a piece of driftwood. We're the only survivors as far as I'm aware.
Give her a potion.
Where am I? Who are you? Oh, what is this power I feel within you? Is it light? You must be the warriors who were gifted with the powers of the crystal. Oh, thank goodness you are here. I am Aria, priestess of the Temple of Water.
What happened?
The Earth's power caused that great tremor and buried the water crystal deep underground. Without the water crystal to protect them, the people were turned to stone and sent plummeting into the ocean's depths. Please take me to the Temple of Water. A shard of the water crystal remains there. If I can return it to the crystal, that might break the curse.
But you're injured.
I will be fine. What matters is the fate of the world. Please, I need to get to the Temple of Water.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aria joined the party.
There is a sealed door in the Cave of Tides. With the crystal shard, we should be able to enter. Please take me to the Temple of Water. I must return the crystal shard.
So this music, if I'm not very much mistaken, I believe this music is is Aria's theme. And let's get the... Very nice. Very pretty. So yeah, this is Aria's theme. She is the first character in the Final Fantasy series to have her own theme. First, really not the last. Characters getting their own themes will become a pretty major element of the franchise. Yeah, at this point in most games, characters will, a lot of any sort of major character, better than even chance that they'll have their own theme. But Aria was the first. And what a pretty theme it is. Any fights yet? Looks like no. Yeah, let's sail. Let's sail and listen to the music here. No enemies down here either. One assumes that this will be used for something else later. And yeah, it seems like there's just no enemies down here on the surface yet. Safe bet we'll start coming across some soon. Alright, the normal... Yeah, just the normal water fountains. Springs, the normal springs there. Figured it'd be more dramatic to walk.
Thank goodness! The light has not yet left this shard completely.
Aria carefully took the crystal shard.
Come, we must take this shard to the cavern north of here.
The temple. You can't run inside a temple. It's just disrespectful. Here's enemies. Ropers. They're kind of weird looking. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oops, I meant to heal. I meant to revive her. Oh, whatever. Arcos just lagged behind everyone even further now. I get levels for Refia and Ingus. And no sense wasting a Phoenix down. Okay, I wonder if I should swap Arc to a different job. Something that's maybe a little bit more durable. It doesn't help that he doesn't... that his weapons are... somewhat limited utility. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check if there's better equipment I can get for my characters. The answer to my question of whether there's better equipment is a resounding nope. different ways to go. Oh, actually, no, only one way to go right now. Alright. Twin heads and another roper. Let's steal. Let's have him steal. And, better just... Ooh, nice. Good. Good. Little potion, nice, nice. And yeah, I gotta have her using her, do a little bit more damage than her physical attacks. Do I have anything for... I do have teleport, alright. So I'll get a little ways in. I will probably end up teleporting out relatively soon.
This door is sealed to prevent outsiders from entering the inner sanctum. It can only be opened by a priestess of the Water Temple.
Aria kneels and murmurs a prayer. The seal on the door dissipated.
Shall we proceed?
Because, yeah, low enough level, I suspect I will probably end up needing to do a little bit of grinding. And for that, I'll need to teleport out at a certain point. More ropers. Alright, Ark leveled up again. Mediocre level. I'm probably not going to worry too much about health in this place, because Lunith can jump to people's defense. And still not finding any items, and yeah. And there's where we came in. A lot of water in this place. Changed my mind. Decided I would keep everyone topped off. At least for now. There's gotta be. Oh, there are no chests in this place. Huh. That's like, oh, wow, they're not finding a lot of chests, but that's because there are none. And yeah, as always, the maps make this a lot easier. Cockatrice! Uh-oh. These guys... Oh, nice. Always glad to have more gold needles. Speaking of which, while I was checking on more items, or on more equipment, I did buy a bunch more things. I bought a bunch of antidotes, just save having to use Poisona if I don't need it. Bought a few more eye drops. Some echo herbs. I did actually buy a few more gold needles, Maiden's Kisses and Mallets especially as well. And yeah, a bunch of Phoenix Dooms. Alright, and this floor is definitely going... This floor is definitely the one that would, you know, be the longest to navigate without a map. Just because there's so, there are 2 ways to go, with one of those ways being very, very long. But we know which way to go. We know to take the lower path, because we can just cheat. The upper path, you can see it does go a long way. For nothing. And not much further to go in this dungeon. Luckily, it's not too big. I do find it weird that there's just no treasures anywhere in this dungeon. It's weird. Apparently in the 3D version, you can find Blizzaga in here. Hey, another enemy. A Gallia Rat. These dudes look weird and gross and creepy. I don't like them. Blizzard! Alright. Not a big deal. Oops. That's actually something to be careful about. The knight cannot block magic damage. And here we are. The water crystal. Very quick.
You are the chosen ones. I can tell by the warm aura I can feel in your hearts. It's comforting and strong. There is not much light left in the shard, but it should provide the crystal with enough power to bring our world back from the bottom of the sea.
Let's hope so, because otherwise, there's nowhere else to go. Because, I mean... Yeah, what do you do? Where are we supposed to go here, right? If we can't return the rest of the world. Adventure's gonna have to be cut pretty short.
Crystal of water, may you regain your light.
Aria returns the faintly gleaming shard to the crystal.
Watch out! Urgh.
And... Aria!
Lunas!
Aria, no! You bastard. You do not lack for luck, it seems. That cursed arrow was meant for you. I am the Kraken, tasked by Master Zende himself to ensure that this crystal never regains its former light. Master Zende! That is our first indication of who the actual... but they're actually being a big bad. You will not leave here alive. The monster attacked. Kraken! Yeah, let's alright, let's try it. Lazara. I'm just realizing I have no one who can cast black magic. That's funny. Still a high push. Alright. Shouldn't make a huge difference, the fact that I can't cast any black magic. Vulnerable to lightning. Do I have... No. They cast... Is it worth it? Probably won't work, but let's give it a try. I don't know, I've got a few, yeah, I've got a bunch of Zeus's Wrath. Alright, let's hit him with a Zeus's Wrath. 284. Lazaga. Oof! So I figured. Blazara, okay, that's fine. Blazara, not a big deal. And now let's hit him with a... Don't imagine I'll still be able to steal anything, but let's give it a try. I imagine nothing to steal. Ooh, critical hit, I think. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oof. Oof, again. Luckily, she can actually kind of take it. Not like Ark is doing much damage anyway. I really should have had him switch over to the Black Mage. Lazara, that's fine. I can heal that easily. So yeah, this fight is without a Black Mage, without someone to cast Lightning, Thunder. This does end up being kind of a battle of attrition. With Thunder, it's a lot easier, obviously. I do have light arrows. I should have been using those all along. Let's see if I get a chance to use them, see if they do any more damage. Stop that. I think they did do quite a bit more damage. There we go. Woo. Yeah, he is not easy. I could have... If I ran it up a couple more levels, that probably would have been a lot easier. Probably a lot less interesting. But, yeah, grinding for like 2 or 3 more levels probably would have made that fight a lot safer. That said, so far, this game is still really well balanced. I actually really like how balanced this game is so far. Because I'm not very high level. Level 20. That's, you know, probably about where you would expect to be at this point in the game. Given I've done no like, deliberate grinding. So. Aria! Oh, right. This.
Light has returned to the crystal. My purpose is fulfilled. Thank you for everything.
Aria, stay with us! I could always, you know... I mean, no... I have a white mage with Poisona. I have a bunch of antidotes and potions, high potions, elixirs, Phoenix Downs. But no, this is a plot death. Doesn't matter what magic and items you have, you can't avert a plot death. Speaking of which, here is where... Yeah. Or actually, no, I suppose we had Dash earlier, but yeah. Second temporary party member to die. And, very pretty music, by the way. Such lovely music. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, and yeah, so like I said, death, definitely a recurring element of this game. Definitely a recurring theme.
This title is yours. It is imbued with the power of water.
Received a title from Aria that holds the power of water. Geomancer, Dragoon, Viking, Black Belt, Dark Knight, Evoker, and Bard jobs now available. 7 new jobs available, and we've only got 4 characters. Some of these are worth using, others less so. I'll let you guess which one in particular is the less so. One of these jobs is going to stand out as the not so useful. Aria, hang in there!
It is my time. You must continue your journey without me. The world needs light to dispel the darkness. Do this for me. Bring back peace.
Aria!
Farewell.
No! Aria! Another earthquake! It's too dangerous to stay here. We can't just leave Aria. Watch out! Ah! Well. First of all, why was my ship all the way over there? Oh, hey.
Oh, you're finally awake. 3 days is a long time to sleep.
You don't say. Where are we?
This is Amur, the town of water. My grandpa found you all collapsed in the ruins of the temple.
We've been out for 3 days? Hope of Water. Received power from the water crystal. Sorry for imposing on your hospitality, miss. Thanks for everything. Don't thank me. Thank Grandpa. Good to see you up and about. All's well that ends well, eh? $200 Gillenite. When I can just use the airship, fly back to the floating island, and use, and yeah, back to full everything. Good. They can sell Geisel Greens down here. So let's see where we are. That will, Alright, so we will explore the town more next time. Lovely town, though.
It's the man who rescued Aria.
Where's Miss... Oh, it's the man who rescued Aria.
Where's Miss Aria? Did something... Oh, I see. This is regrettable news indeed. But Aria wanted you to bring light back to this world. What are you waiting for? Get to it!
Alright. So, new town unlocked. So we will explore it more next time. And more of the world, in fact. Because there is world again! Cave Tides, that's where we were. So yeah. We have brought the world back from under the water. So now we get to explore it. And we also get to explore some new jobs. So I will talk more about these jobs next time. I'll change 2 of my characters. I do want to keep a knight, and honestly, I do kind of still want to keep a white mage. We'll see. I might switch her over to an evoker. We'll see. A couple things I'll need to check about the evoker class first before I do that. But for now, we got a world to explore, starting with the town of Amur. So, I hope you'll join me for that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.